Hey guys, it's Brendan here. Planetside. I'm trying to solve a question that's constantly been asked. Whatever. You get the idea. What faction is best over range? A lot of people say Vonnie Severtino. I have some starting off statistics I would like to present with you. First, these are the keys for range. First is your damage at range. Second is your accuracy. Third is the recoil. Fourth is the reload speed in case you can't get killed. Fifth is the learnability. Sixth is the kill ability at range. Seventh is the ability to kill people if they sneak up behind you. And eighth is adaptability. So, to start off, I'm going to start with traits for each faction that could potentially help them for range. First, I'm going to start off from order of, I think, left to right on your character creation screen. I think it's Banu, Terrans, and Nuke and Galam. So, Banu has no bullet drop on some guns, so I'm not necessarily concerned. They have a lower velocity, I'm quite sure. Yeah, they have lower velocity on most of their guns, which is also a downside, which I guess I'll be considering bullet drop and, velocity, because those are stats that matter. Their accuracy is what makes them strong. You go for the head with their guns, and bam. Sadly, I'm not playing VS because, well, I'm going to first off start in the opposite order of the weaponry for the weaponry showcase for what I found so far to be some of the better options in case you're looking for purchases over range. They also have a less weapon drop than the Terran faction. It's about average, basically, because, the NC is a little bit, is even less, but that's not the point. They reload fast, as I stated. Their recoil is average. Nothing really special, but they have a pretty good, they're pretty average. Now, if you look at their accuracy, that's their main feature. Their accuracy, their bloom, all of that. Cone of fire, small. As you hit fire at medium range if you can see the target well. So you might be thinking, well, what are your arguments for other factions if you think if Banu is so good? I have a lot, but I'm not so sure about the Terrans, though. It's quite the hard. In my opinion, I think it's just NC versus VS. But I will give Terrans a chance. Okay, let me consider. Terrans have a faster RPM, which is not good for range, due to their, faster RPM, usually that you waste a bunch of bullets, and the bullets that do hit over that range don't do as much. Like, Terran's minimal damage is so low, you're not going to hit the targets. I'm not saying Terrans are bad, I'm just saying Terrans, they're just not that good in these scenarios. Most of you who play Terrans can agree. I've said Terrans specialize in close and medium ranges. It even says it in their descriptions of most of their guns. I say they're amazing at close range. Pretty good in medium range, and long range, yeah, not so much. Let's get on to the arguments about the Nuke and Galam. My faction, which I personally have the most experience with, but I'm not going to give it any extras because of being my faction. So I'm just going to say it's fair and square. NC has more. I forgot Terrans have lower recoil, which helps a lot. Sorry. So, NC. High recoil, the average accuracy, high damage at longer ranges. Now this gun, this is not an example. I'll show you some weapons later that will kill you over basically any range. Now most of them are hard to control, but if you learn to compensate, like drag down trigger, you are good. Or burst fire if you like that, you could use any gun. If you get the ranges, the long ranges, like the 6x ranges. Because you burst once, mostly with NC weapons, and it brings you from the chest to the head. Terran weapons, I'd burst 3 to 4 times, and VS, it's probably around 2 to 3. Actually, no, Terran says 4 to 5. And VS should be at 3, just for, I'd probably say. I don't know, I haven't really tried them as much bursting. I just now recently got bursting statistics. Now, let me actually look at the weapons. Starting with Nuke and Glom, since I'm already Nuke and Glom. So basically going to Terrans after. And then, oh right, I gotta consider the NS faction as a faction. NS has average RPM and average muzzle velocity. Actually, no, it's above average muzzle velocity. It's basically an accurate faction. It's a lot like a Twisted Vonu with an average RPM as opposed to Vonu, which is slightly above average, I'd say. NS weapons do not do over 143 damage. They're stuck at that same shot kill. Which is good in some ways, but not in others. Now, they usually have some have 90, but the only exception for one that does more than 133 is the Naginata. The Naginata is weird. I don't know what's wrong with it. Why does it exist in the exact stats? 90 damage, 150 bullet damage is not even. Get my point. It's not even amount. It's good for nano-weave targets, we find them, or infiltrators. Those are the only ones that'll give you a boost on as opposed to your average weapon. Gives you 7 more bullet damage, which, look at the statistics, that's not a less hit, unless you're looking at those ultra-armored targets, which will block another round or 2 of your shots. And if they're using their nano-wave, it's like maybe 4. So this thing might come to play, making it like 3. So it'll basically drop the rounds per 1 or 2 permanent. No, probably like 1 from an animal start, which can help. And if they're using their overshields, probably 2. It's nothing noticeable in most scenarios, but like I said, it's okay. Let me actually start in the NC. Not counting the NS. The NS is your opinion. NS is always really probably dominant over range, but I'm looking at the other factions. What's the best gun in range? The Gauss Saw is actually one of those burst guns that I told you about. I'm going to show you 2 guns. The default gun is one of them. So the 6X, I'm going to show you how to use the 6X. How to correctly use the 6X. So that's a magnification. It's the same as a sniper. If you're used to sniping and you're switching over to heavy assaults, go ahead. This gun's just like it. It's a 5-shot kill. So that's what I mean. You burst up, but you kind of want it to be on one of the arms. Some people want it to be kind of like that. The only problem is your first shot recoil multiplier. To fix that, you learn where the specific spot is to aim. Your first shot recoil multiplier is not that bad. It's actually helpful because it'll make one body shot and then one headshot. And these ranges, which I like in right around. No, that's too low. Too high. I forgot to let the recoil set. On this gun, you don't use it after you kill and reload, but I like to. So, as you can see, probably want to aim around that area. It takes about 2 bursts, and you can go for another headshot if you can reach it and think you can. It takes 2 bursts to hit, which is basically 4 sniping shots, which is about as good as the sniping shotgun with fast RPM. The GD22S. I love this gun. I love it a lot, but it lacks such very high damage to be like a semi-sniper round. Instead, it has lower recoil. Now, it has 167. So you can burst this gun faster. In exchange, you have to reload more, but you can reload after every kill, since this gun has such low reload speed. As you see, this gun's faring much better. Well, it fares just about as good as the other one, actually, in my opinion. The only problem, it has a little bit of horizontal recoil, which is bad. Because this gun with horizontal recoil, it'll screw you up, because you have to aim sometimes for the arm, all of that. A few recommendations I have for you guys who play carbines. I'm just trying out the GD20, this gun, GD7F, but I think it's terrible for those. Just going to show you an example of what I think will not do good at range. It's an example of a tearing gun kind of thing. It just both tears through ammo, and it's a little hard to control. Takes more than a full mag to kill. Let me show you. It's got high recoil for the amount of damage it does. Just fly with bullets.
Marty, what are you getting into?
It would be better if it had a higher aim up. So I'd recommend first of all the ACX11. As it comes with a advanced foregrip, and it has a 6x. It has advanced foregrip and a 6x, and a compensator. You might say this is just like the Gauss saw in a lot of ways. You'd be right, but it has even less recoil, and it reloads fast. And you can basically 3-round burst. This is much, much better for newer players. It makes it life or death different. Because you could get 3 shots in, and they do the same damage. You're gonna miss a little bit more, since I think the accuracy is a little bit lower. But the fact that you can get 3 shots in, it will basically take around 2 bursts, the same as the other one. But you don't have to have as much skill. Now, it has a snake pattern, so you kind of want to aim more towards one of the sides. So, aim away from one side, basically. I think it's like this. It's got high velocity, I think. It's got really high velocity. if you learn to control this gun's recoil, get HBA, does actually help the gun a little bit. Now, I'd also recommend the Razor GD. This video is going to be quite long, so just you know, put a lot more attachments on it than most default carbines. Now you don't have to burst as much. Like it's still about 2 bursts. Let me see how much I have to burst. How about a look at non-compensation? So it's about 3 to 4 bursts. I'd say going at 3 bursts is really good for this gun. Unless you aim really low. Like from... But this gun has a lower ammo pool, and it just doesn't pack as much of a punch as a lot of people like it. I recommend the Dreeper and the Tross, but I don't know which one currently better in my opinion. I think the Dreeper's better, but the Tross has, because the Tross has a lower RPM, but I have to actually experience the guns, and let me look here. It does have more options. It has like 2x burst, which can mean life or death. It does have a longer reload speed and a lower velocity. And the same accuracy. So, if you really want that controllability, I guess go with the Tross. If not, go. If you want that RPM extra bonus for closer range in case you get caught, go with the Tross. Wait. Go with the Tross if you want like controllability. Go with the Deeper if you want just killing an additional benefit for close range. I'm basically suggesting the 200 damage guns. Using the 2x burst, I think, is a good addition because it basically it increasingly, resets your recoil, so you get more pace shots, like compared to. And you can increase your accuracy. Now, like I said, this weapon does have a low ammo pool. Like most guns. These are 5-shot kill guns. Now for the max, if you're looking for a longer range, get the Mattock. The Mattock is one of my personal favorites. Infantry. Now, if you really want to not get the Railjack, they're really one of those haters. Which, I think the Railjack is overpowered, but you say what you want. Then, I guess you stick with the default, or if you really want. Go with the long shots. Or the LA8. Because these have higher velocities. They do have longer reloads. But the LA8 has more ammo in its ammo pool. which I don't know what that is. And if you really want that less damage drop-off thing from the snipers, because you can't stand the thing, you gotta go with the long shot, but I personally would just stick with the railjack, because the railjack does much, much better for taking down soldiers. Just stick below the 400-meter mark. If you can do that, if you try to do that, good. Because if you don't, it's a little sketchy. Oh, a little sketchy. And let's look at one final thing, which is tank range, which I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but hey, why not? They're both going to be using AP shells, so... That was a nearly perfect bullet. Its bullet drop, it drops off to about that crosshair right there. The first crosshair. So, the tanks go to the first tick when you can't see them. Okay. I just want to look at the bullet drop between each factions, because there are a lot of myths that the Vanu Sovereignty has the most bullet drop on a gun, which I'm surprised. So, just to test this, Vanu first. Sorry, Terran fans who just, want to get to the point. I don't know where I'd be if I picked a different faction. The new conglomerate versus... This is basically the new conglomerate versus the Vanu Sovereignty at range, which, like, what? Okay, why? Why? It's so cruel. That's what the Vanu fans must be thinking. Right now, they might be like, you can't, this is not a comparison that needs to be done, Matt. I mean, I'm the guy who does the math, James. Regardless of how you feel afterwards, I am going to put you to the test. I will. I will put you to the test. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm just gonna switch a light. Now, Vanu doesn't have a wide variety, in my opinion, of guns that have range, but the ones that do work good. I don't know why. Vanu doesn't have guns with range. They have guns with accuracy. It's like... It's like, Brendan, what are you saying? It also drops to about a tick. I can't confirm if that's less than a tick. But it falls to approximately a tick, yes. First of all, I'd like to say the Celestis SF is one of your better range options. Otherwise, it's the Pulsar C for the Carbine class. Pulsar variants are very good. No joke, they are good. Like, oh my god. The Vanu do have some really good guns, but it's hard to find. I'd again stick with the Celestis SF because it is a go-to weapon. I know you like the default Celestis, and it does have better time to kill. But at range, it's not about time to kill. It's about you either need high damage or something to kill, because fire rate does not matter in range. Fire rate does not matter. Fire rate is called the inaccuracy. Fire rate makes the faction inaccurate. That's my point. I personally hate that effective one. There we go. It feels much better. Vanu's dead accuracy is one thing going for it. It allows you to, at range, headshot. But headshots don't do as much. And they take more ammo. And their ammo pool, like I said, is not excellent. So, my first conclusion before I look into any other weapons, I'm not gonna stop here, is that Vanu are the best faction for medium range. What? How could you? I love the Vanu. I don't hate them. It's Vanu and NC, they're my favorite factions. But my conclusion is Vanu is the best faction for just going full auto, which they have a better range to do so, as you can probably see. You do have to compensate a lot. That's the general rule. But they basically can go full auto better than any other faction. NC's a burst firing king. Terrans, they're neither. They're neither. They you kind of have to only go full auto. No offense to you guys. But, okay. The Corvus is supposedly the best long-range, what do you call it? The better long-range option. I'm probably only going to be reviewing guns if they have 6x skips or higher. Now, as you can see, this gun has a higher rate of fire, fast time to kill with low recoil. Now, that's good, considering its accuracy. Higher rates of fire only kick in if the gun's accurate in these ranges. As you can see, I can abuse this higher, like, semi-high rate of fire. It does 167 damage, but I can abuse most of its RPM at medium ranges. At long range, I can't do so, but I could still burst fire, which is the NC kind of way. It combines the Vanu accuracy and the Nuke and Glom burst firing. So it's really good. It's a really good example weapon for what I mean by Vanu can do this. They can be really good. But I think Vanu shines at this medium range, where their recoil isn't overwhelming. And they could just go full auto. And hit the shots. Like, I think I always get killed by Vanu, especially in medium ranges. And you can headhunt easy in medium ranges. Or he's got a 6x or something like that. But before I call conclusions on the medic that that's best, I want to look at the CME, which also has been recommended. They say CME is like a game-changing gun for range. I don't quite agree with this, but okay. Oh, I might as well step out. Cause I hate the Vanu's muzzle flash. It's just not comfortable. This is not an actual kill because you know, that guy's getting them. This is like a fast burst gun. You can burst with it fast. Its cone of fire resets really fast, and it allows you to take advantage of its high RPM. A little bit better. Like that. But I'd say this gun is still probably, but really, I'm trying to get some kills at medium range. Like, most body weapons are probably best done at medium range. So, that's kind of my end, but I'm still not done. They can burst fire with a little bit more accurate, but they don't kill faster. They are not the fast killing machines. Which, Vadu, if you're fighting at range, you kind of think they should kill you fast. I just wish they kind of did kill you at range. Just to give Vadu some more of a advantage in those range scenarios. And we have the heavy assaults. I'm gonna start with the Ursa, which is recommended, then I'll look at the SBAA, because ratings are just descriptions and all that, blah blah blah. I heard the Ursa's pretty good. It says the damage model is decent. It's 167, which I love those damage models. It's a good burst. I personally only really like these kind of damage model guns for longer range, just due to their kill time. If you go full auto, you're not gonna get kills. Any gun, you're not gonna get kills at these ranges. You do every once in a while have to reset your cone of fire. Like I said, this gun is still probably a medium range beast. But its velocity, I'm sorry, its recoil is a little overwhelming for a gun like this. It's not bad. And NC weapons are bad, if you're looking at them. But they're controllable. Some of them are controllable. These are controllable, I'm just saying they're a little bit bad for some volume. The sun looks really promising for this range. Get this out of my way. It does have a lot of metal flash though, but I could get efficient full auto kills at that range. Check out. So it is awesome. SBA is pretty dang good. I'm pretty sure the phase shift is one of your better options if you're looking at snipers, due to the heat mechanic. Which, yes, I love the heat mechanic in body gun. It's body guns, though. The heat mechanic. And yes, they one-shot headshots. So if you have a phase shift, if you're looking at the body, you go. You only have to, I think, half charge it. But you do have to, change your batteries regularly. And then one shot for the head. Otherwise, so it's basically one. Kind of like that, but it's kind of like a bolt action semi-auto. If someone's really close to you, you can do that. So you don't have to charge it that much. I'd say it's worth it for its heat feature. Which, I love the heat feature. I say it's very powerful. But it shouldn't be nerfed just due to the fact of how hot it, how quickly it goes up. I just do wish the gun was a little bit, I wish it was either slower or faster. For heat weapon, it just feels like something's wrong. It feels like, there's not an incentive to get overheated, or to not get overheated, but when you do get overheated, So it should be either, hey, just have a quick time and have, make it so there's an incentive to charge it halfway instead of all the way. Because most people don't like this gun because you have to charge it all the way, but I just charge it, for that much, which is the time it takes to bolt. And it has unlimited ammo. It takes about just a little bit longer, I'm pretty sure, than the bolts. As you see, I'm just doing some example sniping. I personally like this gun a lot. And really wish there was some incentive to not overheat it. Maybe on the PC version or something, your energy bar would go down if it overheated and blah, blah, blah. And it would drain some nanites or something. It'd maybe take 25 nanites to reload. So, it give a lot of incentive to stay down low and not reload here. You have to stay low down for approximately 30 seconds. You can't reload for about 30 seconds. Which, it'd make the gun a lot different. But the gun does already have a lot of downtime, so probably if you do that, do increase the max capacity. So, or just decrease the amount of heat that it goes up by. So maybe make it so it's like a half bar. Or maybe it goes up by 3/4. Because if you get those body shots, this gun's not that good. But if you're a headhunter pro like that, this gun's awesome. And I don't even know how long you actually have to charge it. Look here. I'm pretty sure it's really, really, really low. Yeah, just a little bit more than I would have gotten. So, as you can see, that's quick, and it doesn't take so much heat. And then you have to reload. So it gives you an incentive not to kill so quickly, but you get unlimited kills before dying, and you don't have to go back to the ammo depot. You can counter snipe very efficiently as long as you get headshots. This gun's awesome. It's just, it's like making this gun power, or like almost overpowered. Now let's talk. I do like this. The Zealot or Zoe ability is good over range. If you know you're not gonna get caught, I'd say this ability is basically worth it. But those aren't the smart decisional places to use it. Now don't spam it. It won't do that much on targets. It's actually better to charge down. Headhunting with this gun is hard, as it's not aimed outside gun. Now the reward here is the gun is accurate. This gun's good for taking down either aircraft or like light vehicle. But it can deal damage to heavier tanks if they're smoking or anything like that. You ever find yourself in a really close range fight with it? Just shoot at the target without charging, because it's gonna screw you over. As you see in that. Zealot is good. Like I said, keep your distance. Basically, Vonnie players need phase shifts. I totally agree with that, but yeah, a lot of people just say, "Oh no, you don't need that. You don't need phase shift." Vonnie players about accuracy, they can't stand inaccurate guns. I'm the same way. Ish. You know, you get the idea right now, but I do have some complaints on this game. I wish it would not show you the server population until after the game, after you made an account. Because that's how people pick a lot of the times. They see 35% NC, 24% BS. Is my game cursed? I'm not going to make a showcase on Terrans. Oh, okay, I got it. This is the weapon I'd recommend, first of all, the Cougar, I think. It's a 167 damage Terran gun with higher than normal NC fire rate, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, it's lower than normal NC there. Because NCs normally have around 600 RPM on their higher damage, which makes them much better. On their higher damage carbines, they do 500 RPM on most and 499 RPM on some. This gun is at a range advantage to most others. Now, I'm going to show you some, well, carbines with... It's going to take you a while to kill, but just to show you the example of how controlled they are. These Terrans are controlled. And this gun allows you to go full auto for a longer amount of time. Let's say I'm using the Lynx, which super sucks at these ranges, though. Probably can tell that, but I have to make an incentive that the Lynx is not your go-to gun for these ranges. It does have a semi-auto. Die! 12 hits! is really sucking. What? The Lynx needs more than 40 bullets. Dang. It's good at medium range combat. I can say that much. But it sucks anywhere over the 30 meter mark. Anywhere over its 30 meter mark. It's just minimal, like. Get a 6x on this thing. If it has a 6x, I'm gonna put a 6x on it. Ooh, it's got a compensator. Nice. This gun looks like it'd be a good burst gun, but you know, honestly, burst guns suck for the Terrans. It takes about 4 bursts, which is terrible, and you shoot 5 shots, which is horrible. Might as well go for the head. That's probably your best option. It will get your kills faster, and, well, you can't tell, it's obviously worth it. What's the Vanu or high RPM guns for shotguns? How much rounds per minute do they have? Still 400. Basically. So this is your full auto, which supposedly your longer range. Like, is supposedly like your burst firing long range gun with a slug bullets. Apparently, I've heard. But it's not really much like that, as it's high recoil restriction from using its full auto movement the correct way. I guess you could shoot when you get, and then when you get a chance, aim for the head, and that might be a good idea. But I just say stay away from it altogether. I'm gonna like get their 130 damage. I don't have a 6x, so this is gonna be much harder. So there are 3 shots at these ranges. Like a they're like a bolt action, but lower. Two-shot headshots, fairly. About 5 shots at that range. Well, let me take slug rounds off now. If you barely are poor for a shotgun guy. And you don't have slug rounds. It's the first thing I have to say. Why? Second thing I have to say. Well, go get yourself some slug rounds. Oh god. Whew. I don't even know if this thing can do it with all of its ammo. Oh, it's so close. Okay, let's see if it can take down a flash with its remaining ammo. It's much better against that flash, just due to its higher surface area. And guess you're screwed. The thing here is probably gonna want these two. They're probably gonna want a new ammo belt. Might make you happy here. So, if you don't have slug rounds, note it is doable. Kill. But, are you gonna get any kills? No. And lastly, let's go over the pistols. On the Terran Republic as opposed to their factions. I'm gonna just be talking off the top of my head mostly, besides Terran Republic. The Terran pistol, obviously, can be used over longer ranges at a semi-effective state. Good over these ranges, unless you can aim the head and get headshot like headshots. If you do so, then you're pretty good. But like I said, over these longer ranges, not much about the TX-1 repeater. Now the BS pistol, I believe, is really good for these ranges, as long as you get some high X scope, like 2x, which is high for this gun. And the NC variant is kind of halfway between. I'm going to look at the NS pistols to see if the NS can take Crown, which I'm fairly certain is the Commissioner is a good enough pistol to do so. Although it has high recoil, so you can't exactly use this over such high ranges unless you actually hit the head. If you hit the head, dang, then you're getting to a lot of kills. Let's go. I'm not gonna look at the Black Hand yet. I'm going to look at the T4 amp here, guys. Put that on there. And put laser sights, and then I guess a suppressor, why not? Just to see how quiet these pistols can get. The T4 amp is just terrible in its ranges. But if you get a little closer in, it does take one less shot to kill an infiltrator at these ranges, which makes a huge difference. I'm gonna be a stalker infiltrator, just so I can instantly pop out my pistol when reviewing the other pistols. I don't know what the Inquisitor does as much, but I didn't read the description, and I'm not going to bother. I'm going to look at the stats on the Inquisitor. It's got 531 RPM and 143 damage, so it's low. So let's go Infiltrator. I should spawn him. Oh. Semi-auto pistol.
Yeah, I don't think,
So, it's not that good over range.
I let all my concerns be known.
Mercenary. It is. I'm looking at the goal. Mercenary.
I just told her, I said, I don't think it's good what she's doing. I said, I don't badmouth.
Give it some extended ammo, and that might help a lot with this gun. And then add a suppressor, just because I like to hear them.
Every day like that. She totally agreed. She said, that's not right. I said, my son's mom's not allowed to go to his school and call, at all. She's not on the list. I don't understand how a grandmother even had access to go there. rotting and trying to go school.
According to its description, is more handleable.
You know, I said, I can't have that. She, you know, I said, the only...
Does less damage, but it
Yeah,
looks pretty good. It just has that not high enough ammo supply. I don't even know if these headshots are headshots. Fine. Yes, and they are headshots. So I can kill these things with the underboss. Now, the Emperor is a turn pistol as well, so I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging on any pistol. I'm pretty sure the Emperor sucks, but you don't know until you try it, right? Semi-auto pistol as well.
That, and I don't think they knew that what school district that you had to go to there. They didn't. I don't think they realized it was Riverview. Yeah, we told them that, but yeah, I don't think they realized it. I mean, he'd be like the only white kid there, probably.
Let me get that. Yes, put a laser sight on your black hand.
No, yeah,
But
them
not
sequels
help
were
too
saying you
much. No.
her and her husband.
It's a 2-shot to the head, so I'm pretty sure. It's
Well, they have a spare room, I guess, from what Andy told them, that she just keep sheets that he'd be upstairs to make a bedroom for him. They don't want to heal.
so this gun is a semi-sniping gun with a huge lack of ammo. Now it's, I guess I'm going to look at some of these snipers, just for fun.
You should see the list of crap you gotta do to get that running time in here. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna go through that, though.
The trap.
Well, let's see. I gotta...
There's a 6x scope at the very top, that's bullcrap, but who cares. I'm gonna look at its ability close range as opposed to the other snipers, because it looks like the trap is...
Physical exams for everybody living in the house. Pet vaccination, well water testing, marriage certificates, copy of birth certificates for everyone in the house, copy of driver's license for everyone in the house, copy of car insurance.
It's about a 2-shot if you land all those shots before it did that.
Copy of all your W-2s, the 1040s, and completion of CPR first aid test. I don't have time. Yeah, but you're talking maybe $300 a month, maybe. It's not worth going through all that hell for that. You know, not for me, Darren, and not for me, Darren, and Joanne. We don't have to go in and get physical exams and fingerprints and. Well, I think that's just for that. I think we might still be able to get food stamps for them, but that's for like a, kind of like a government check. Yeah. Oh, and plus they have to do a home and like have an inspector come in your home and look everything over. Yeah. Not like what they did here. That was just a walkthrough, just to look to make sure it's safe. You know, she just looked. They had to because the court's tomorrow. Yeah. I had to give them, me, Darren, and Joanne, I had to give them our name, date of birth, and social security number so they could do a criminal background check on all of us.
Sure, I'm listening and
Yeah, I understand.
want something. So
that list is way too long, Tanya. I mean, geez, it would take me. I'd lose more money than a parent. I mean, just taking out work. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, if it's only 6 months, you know, if it's like years and years, then it. Well, they said I didn't have to do it at this point. It's basically it's basically, I think it's more for people that are foster parents that end up, you know, that end up with that extra little bit of money. You know, it actually licenses you to be able to get foster kids.
So I'm gonna look and review the T7 chain minigun with my spirit. It only has one ammo slot. One ammo slot is the best option for the T7 chain minigun. How kind of terrible this gun is, I think. If you think this gun can murder anything at range, it's like the worst. It's literally the worst gun in the game for range. It can't headshot. That's the thing. Good headshot. It's not even accurate at close range. It's as accurate at close range as guns are at, like, as most guns are at 300 meters. Wait, I'm sorry, that close range.
Well,
So, I would not recommend it. You pick what you want.
yeah.
So, I'm just gonna review a bunch of random Terran weapons.
You know, I talked to her, I said, send her to rehab as much as there's a problem. I think
Well, it's like, well, like, what's the problem with Terran weapons? Anyways, dude, I just don't like Terran weapons. Get the idea. Yeah, it's a little obvious at this point, but yeah, don't like Terran weapons. God, I don't like Terran. Yeah.
She said, yeah, that happens, it's a lot of the reasons they get a hit for you know, to cover up their other deficiencies.
I think all engineers should be equipped with the CQXC. I don't know why, I just like this gun. And I say, okay, it is on there. The night vision scope. I was gonna say. Everybody should probably either go default or detect. But if you're some anti-vehicle jockey, go ahead. So you gotta hit the same person in a different spot. It's like, I'm trying to aim down. Those have very minimal recoil, very minimal bullet drop for something like that. For a dart. Like, as you can see, those bullets that are kind of far away from the target are kind of when I'm missing them. And this gun is not missing. I'm trying to aim for the head. I don't know if there's any reason to actually, like, compensate for this. You know, I'm gonna put a 6x on this. Oh, that's...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let Angie have it back with them. I think, like I told them, like, he was kind of more telling me kind of like maybe supervised visitation on them. So, I mean, which is kind of surprising that she was, I mean, that kind of tells me she's even saying that, that's kind of what it is. I was telling me that, you know, like you said,
Basically, when I hit, like, an area on a target, and then you'll track where the majority of the targets are.
you know, like I said, it's obvious that she's there to bad-mouthing Ethan, or bad-mouthing Angie, and pumping stuff into Ethan's.
Sorry, like... I guess I'll look at the best turret option.
Well, she's apparently trying to get him. She probably has no idea that,
Sure takes some ammo. Yeah. Anyways, anybody who doesn't know, support vehicles, meaning putting an ammo pack on a vehicle, or literally getting an ammo sunny, and, you know, putting like an ammo pack on that, are the best ammo source in the game. Meant an anti-infantry gun, like Cobalt, or the Magwar, whatever, or an anti-vehicle, like the Halberd, or the Vulcan. And I'd also heavily recommend anti-air, like the Ranger and the Walker. You'll get a lot of XP because you actually will use your turrets. If you have someone else in the turrets, it's like if you play by yourself, get an anti-air turret. Otherwise, get either an anti-armor or an anti-infantry. Anti-infantry turrets will help you stay alive more from C4ers. And anti-vehicle turrets will help you push along on those lines of other tanks and have tank domination. If you're looking for lifespan or domination, it's up to you.
And she met Brendan too. That's kind of why I think they want him somewhere that's going to be beneficial for him. You know, for Ethan. You know, being a team with cousins, just like what happened to us when we were kids. You know, they tried to place us with, you know, our cousins. You know what I mean? So we had, you know, like we went out to juniors and long-term captains and, you know. But I don't know. transfer school to here.
So I guess I'm customizing. A nice Terran plush.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to say.
I'm just gonna make it
working on
to show you in perspective how bad or good Terran tank can be. So it has 2 barrels, meaning it has half damage. Now you gotta be accurate. Gotta be accurate. I don't know what I'm gonna say there, but so as you can see, you would normally take like approximately like 2 shots to take down a tank like that, or probably 1 shot actually to take down a rest. Now, the advantages are when it deploys. It deploys, it racks up some huge damage. This gun could be a huge artillery for your forces. As it has hugely high velocity in this thing. And it went up, like, it went down about a half. Half of a tick. Look here.
That's what I told her. I said, my son's not allowed to go to school and pick him up or do anything. I said, she's not on that list. I don't know how she's able to do it. That's what I told her. I said, I'm really worried that she's going to have holes and stuff like this. You know, like this call that
And then here's the anti-air combo against other vehicles, which is not good, but it'll give you an edge as opposed to your default combo. It's badly known for its anti-air aspect. It should probably hit the back of the tank. If you get an accurate shot on that engineer, you can take it down. Bam. This gun is also an infantry shredder if you can get it at the right angle. By trying to destroy the harasser, half a magazine does enough damage to it. I'm pretty sure if I hadn't gone off to the side, that whole magazine would have dealt a lot to it. And would take it down. Now let's compare this to your, oh my god, that's got like Vulcan. Because the Vulcan is amazing. I don't think it's the best. I like Terran weaponry. Just think there's a lot of guns that can outgun the Vulcan, except on a harasser. Harasser Vulcans are overly powered. They're godlike. They can just decimate. I remember when I started, I thought that they were also, I thought the Vulcan, so it's quite that much. So, problem. You gotta, Brendan, where's your problem? That's fast, right? One problem, you can't look all the way down. You can't really provide any cover for light assault bombing. And secondly, that was the kill speed for harassment that way. Let me try it with the regular top gun, or with the regular bottom gun. It's already gone. So... Now, look at infantry on max. This gun shreds infantry. It's not the best option. We're gonna have that lightning. I could take this out with my deployed prowler much faster. It's not my favorite option. When hitting aircrafts, it's still slow. So it's like, eh? Brandon, why do you have to be so harsh on this guy? Because I do. I have to be harsh. It's my criticism. I have to be harsh. I don't judge a weapon harshly. I'm gonna say everything's okay. As you can see, that's the time to kill for the default. Might be saying, well, that's your default. Well, that's your default. Oh, God. Might be saying, well, that's your default. That's pretty true. Oh, wait, there's a different... Wait, I have different options that can perform all of these tasks. And some of them could perform some tasks better.
Pretty much whatever Grandpa gets is going to have to be really, really cheap or free, Tanya. You know?
It's the Halberd. The Halberd is one of the better things in this game. Wait, let me go get it real quick. It's an NS factual gun. It's deadly accurate, high, everything. One thing I do like about the Prowler is that it does have better lights than other factual things. Look at that. Bam. That's basically a rocket launcher clips that. Bam. It hits crazy. Look at the velocity in this thing. Fast, but it go to bullet drop. Now if I hit infantry, it does tremendous damage to max. Infantry, you're dead when you get hit. Lightning, bam. 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 Come on. What? Get. Let me just show you aircraft. It's 2 shots on freeways, just like your Top Gun. And it's burning on fire, and then you shoot it like that. I think the Halberd is a better option. You can do what you want. I mean, I can't be the one to say. I will go show you other options just because I can do so. And it might help you get a perception on which one's the best. I personally don't even know which one technically kills you fastest. The Gatekeeper. My bitch like, well, this gun, yeah, it's cheap. That's cheap, man. You know, they're not just gonna let him out and let him over. That's not the point of having it. Like, not just because it's cheap. It can be cheap and good. Parking lot the same spot. I did ask her too. This gun has high velocity. It doesn't. But I think it kills Reavers just about as fast. But in return, it has high velocity and it's more ammo per magazine, allowing it to kind of be an anti-air effect. Let's look at this lighting. Not the best, but I think it's probably better than the other options. Yes. It kills a lightning in one magazine. Now let me go kill this infantry. If I can hit the infantry. It's not your best option for infantry, though. Go to heavy armored aircraft. Now they're much easier to hit. It's pretty good, but not. I'd say this gun's better at killing maxes than it is at actually killing regular infantry. Look. Because you gotta have to aim at their feet, because this gun's not that accurate for these small targets. They go down about 0.75 ticks, which is very, very good for a gun. So, now let me look here. If I'm thinking, what's the anti-infantry weapons? What's the best anti-infantry gun? You say? For privileges, you say? I have a few solutions. I don't know personally, but give me a minute per se, and then I'll give you your answer. I personally will say that the Terran variant is probably better. Dang. Was I having a lag spike, or did that lightning actually beat me in RAM? So I'm also going to try this on vehicles. No, it's not going to damage well, but yeah. The flash. It takes a flash stick. That's all that really matters. So it's like the king for getting rid of your huge infantry bundles. It's like you don't have to hit. Now, when I look at lightning, doesn't damage it. It damages later stuff. It counts as actual bullets. Now, if I could hit that Reaver, let's see, it's anti-light air. It's pretty good. Harasser over there. It does a lot. So it's your much better option for anti-infantry and anti, I guess, flashes and close bomb aircraft. Like, let me also look at the bomb. Those are probably gonna hit the ground eventually. They don't do any damage on the armor. Besides max armor. And they will do a lot of explosive damage. Nearly 75% of its explosive damage, I'm pretty sure, in the actual blast. Or actually, no, I'm pretty sure 50% of its explosive damage is, or its actual initial impact, is converted to explosive. So if you shoot somewhere like that, that's where this gun's efficient. There is huge infantry fights. It's not as good as taking out light assaults. That's what the Cobalt's for. Pesky old light assaults. If you want to deal with pesky old light assaults, get the Cobalt. And sweeping the ground for one-on-one infantry targets who are trying to take you down around the corner. not good. But for your sake, for fun, I suppose.
Well, let me call you back, Tanya. Mom's calling me.
I'll let you guys see the Cobalt, which I think it's a pretty good game, especially on battle settings.
Well,
It's good to have in some scenarios. So let me put it down.
no, good enough.
So it does do some damage to things like harassers. You also have to consider this guy is actually shooting them. But other than that, no. It does a lot of direct damage. But it's not that good against Max. It's good against good old particular old, regular default infantry. It's its specialization. It literally tears fruit with, like, kind of a less percentage of your actual max. Now, if I get this Reaver here, I kind of have a great anti-air gun. As long as they're lighter. It's basically if you got, like, okay, the first option I showed you is for huge clusters of infantry. And this gun is for, like, if you're an average size. So if you're at the crown, you want to use your first option I showed you. If you're at serious hydroponics, however, you want to use the second option I showed you. You probably buy both, since the first option's over first, since the second option's over.
Yeah, she totally agrees with
200 certs. It's cheap. It's cheap.
4 or 5 days, and we end up in a psych ward. I said, what happened in those 4 or 5 days that made, you know what I mean? I said, I told her, I said, she's got to be pumping a bunch of stuff.
Now, here are all of your options. If you're looking on something like, a harasser. Terrans, I'd say, have a huge gun. That's basically what it's good for. Ultimate run and gun behind the gun systems.
Why didn't you call you guys? Why didn't you call my mom? Why didn't you call me? My other sister.
So I'm gonna make my Top Gun, let's just say.
I said,
I'm gonna make it the Vulcan. Just so I can get randoms to test the Vulcan. I will, get some cool attachments on it. And make it actually have like a horn. But, just why not? And a bunch of camo customization. It's just like, okay, cool.
metal detectors and parking I can't even find them. Well, I guarantee you, Ashley has no idea about anything. I'm sure she's probably thinking that she'll just go in there and get him. She don't realize.
It's just red all over. Okay.
Whoever's in charge of certain services would have to approve certain things, like if you need surgery or something like that. Oh, I don't have to go with that, Mom. You can see the lists. Here, you want to know what I'd have to do to get that, Mom? Here, listen to this. I'd have to take a relative training class, fingerprints for everybody in the house, references, personal employment at school, physical exams for everybody in the house, pet vaccinations, water testing, water testing if applicable, marriage certificate, divorce decrees, copy of birth certificates for everyone in the house, driver's license for everyone in the house, car insurance for everyone in the house, all of our social security cards, all of our taxes, and then we'd all have to complete a CPR or first aid class. I'd lose more money than I get just taking off work. It's probably not much, probably $200 or something. That's basically that licenses you do. That's to get licensed. I don't need to be licensed. I'm not going to be foster parent, professional foster parent. But I don't know about food stamps. It doesn't say anything about food stamps in here.
Okay, so this is just me, with our harasser. Driving around.
Yeah, that would be
This is not a good way to fight, so I basically could fight like that. But, why would I? Get back here!
Why didn't the school call you? You're on the list. Yeah, like me, I got you and Joanne on the list.
So, again, I love the fact that you can put ammo in this back seat. I just wish it could be reinforced. As it always falls out, when you're driving. So, as I could see, that you guys probably see, it's a large ammo pack in there. So, let me get out and show you it. Ammo pack in the back.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. I don't want
Just gotta say my vehicle. I could use my vehicle for cover or distraction, and I'll get ammo from it. And I can constantly repair my vehicle when it gets hurt. And I can use these wheels here for cover. So, just gotta protect my flanks. Like, is there a better spot? First of all, move there. You shall despawn. Basically, I'm using the turret to protect my flanks, so let me go. Takes down some of these aircraft so they're like interaction. My position. Let's say you're damaged. You get a lot of hits taken on you. And you need to get repaired. It's like, okay, time to repair. And then you get hit again. Covering fire has to be provided at that point.
You know, I don't even know if he has a book bag. You need to look to see if he's got a book bag or jacket and stuff.
Like that. I can provide covering fire for myself. And this razor is basically my life. To either to increase your profile, you turn on their lights and all that. To decrease your profile, you turn off your lights and turn off your illuminated effects if you have any. Use your trunk as your life or death area. You need the trunk because it allows you to basically, you'll have an unlimited ammo source, and you'll be able to give people ammo and drive around. Well, give people ammo. Weird thing is, if I do this, the back here. Whoa! I actually moved it. I was like.
Sometimes, like Brennan's school, they get a personal computer. But in elementary school, though, he wasn't allowed to take it home. So I don't know how it is in his school. Now he's in middle school, he takes it home. Yeah, I know, that's hard to social services about to see what it.
Oh, I got a comment here. I didn't even notice. Sorry. Hey, the awesome, amazing Rick Cavillus HD, whatever.
That's why I kind of let this.
Hey, how's it going?
Let her know about, you know, half of that.
I gotta have to.
Has to be playing
So this is one thing you can do for asses, is use their high force to push under mag riders. You gotta keep pushing them. You keep it about the same place till your turbo goes up. You're basically providing enough force to keep yourself under. And you're waiting for your turbo to go up so you completely flip the vehicle. And you keep trying because the vehicle kind of nudges a lot. Wait till the nudge. Full turbo. My goal is to just push this with my RS. I did it. I'm thinking about using vehicles in ways they're not intended, just so I can get an experience or squad bonus. First, I need to consider towing. Towing is the thing that you can do at Planetside, but not very efficient. What I mean by towing in this case is providing yourself with cover. You push the heftier vehicle up forward with like a repair Sunday or something, so it's just keep getting repaired. Let me see if I can do this example. I'm gonna start with a default Sunday, but just pretend it has repair. If I can't do that, then I'll move it up. I'm gonna use enemies for cover for now. It's having a very hard time pushing up a Vanguard. Can't do that. Alright. Let me try this much. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh, God. There it goes. He just burned it up. He just burned it. Thanks for the push, man. So I know you can't use an enemy Sunday for cover. So let me try this first of all. If I become a engineer and I put like.
She asked if I had guns, so I said, "Oh, they're out at my lake house." She said, "It's okay if you have guns, as long as you keep the gun and the ammo separate. It's okay."
So now I'm going to test how much damage my Sunny will take. If I kind of do this. I know that zone is going to go up. Suicide flashes don't seem so crazy now. Or suicide harassers, because I think those might work a little better, because you just go backwards into your trunk. Since your trunk is the most useful element in this game for a harasser. For doing crazy tasks like that. Like, if you're about to die, just run into an enemy in their backs. And then, you just get out of it and detonate yourself, and bam! Enemies don't normally shoot in the back of harassers. Let me see if I can give you guys an example of this. So now, what I do here, alright, Suicidal system probably takes a lot of practice. Now, things in the back of harassers don't just go out easily. That's the thing. I had you at a good angle, but you just decided to go randomly. I don't care. And then they get out and you go run away. Yes. It's like ha ha. Or you let yours running towards something. You go. It's probably a pretty good way to get XP. I'm pretty sure. Or that's just like your self-destruct sequence. So when you're dying, you jump out, and then the enemies take a lot of damage. Now, one suggestion with this setup is to get some flak armor. Alright, I can't get flak armor. So you're most likely going to fail this operation. But you can do this. This will work. So if you put tank mines, and you put a mine carrier, and go right there. How many mines? Get 5, which is an extra mine. Which, I always like harassers for suicides. They are much better. Just go ahead and put something in there and then just say, hey, okay, here you go. Here's my mine pouch. And then you get ammo back. Sure, I don't mind if that one. 2 tank lines. I want to see if you could do it with just this 2 tank lines are in. So, my setup here is... Like, do I blow up the tank lines? I didn't even get there with the tank lines. It just fell on the floor. It's just terrible. Now, I want to try something. If that works like that, which would be an amazing mind-placing device, I want to see if you could do the same with anti-damage. Which I don't think would be as helpful as that method right there. It literally spread them out perfectly, so it's like you go the route the vehicles do and your mines do, so it's like an improved vehicle placement because it spaces them out perfectly. It's like they literally fall out like that, and I love that. I mean, it's funny, but now let me get my claymores. So I'll have less of, but I'll have some. I just want to see if this pattern actually happens for all of them. What order will they stay in? The thing actually successful at full speed. Da, 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 da. Are they actually bound to this? I'll have to test that through high speed force. I still have them. I know it's gonna hurt when they go off. I don't think they're coming out.
There's a drone in the building. I need to kill it, probably.
So I can, in theory, go just detonate these and they'll go boom. Supposedly. So let me see if my sticky grenade tactic will work in this case. Yes! And it did do damage. Not a lot, but some. Cool thing is, as opposed to the normal mines the other factions have, these mines will actually stay in place. But the cool part about those tank mines is you can do like air bombing. You could do C4 package bombing. It's crazy what you can do with this, but with the engineer class, if you use it right, you could literally bomb people with C4 from the air, which is insane
Well, I think that's afterwards,
if you think about it. Like, it's literal bombing runs in Planetside. It's like, what? Wait, why would you implement that kind of thing in it? It's like, how? Why? I'm gonna first try this with C4. I only have 1 minute left. Please, game. Please, real people. Please. Let me get this done. I only have a minute or so left. So I swear to God, if you destroy this one, I will ban you from my videos. If you're, I will ban your YouTube username from my videos. I will not let you join any of my squads ever. Oh, I could actually throw C4 down in here.
Yeah, I just went downstairs to him. I showed him. I was like, "Oh, this is what Brian talks to his friends and plays video games and stuff." I said, "I don't want him having it in his room. Otherwise, he'll be playing it all night."
Did the C4 explode? So, the thing is here. I think I got. So now I'm gonna try this with tank mines, which might. I couldn't officially bomb, but I can kamikaze yet. I suppose you can do that. It work. Kamikaze people.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Angie?
I'm pretty sure you could probably kamikaze people this way. You just go and jump out and C4. And it's pretty cool. But not until I prove that you can actually use this on an airdrop will I actually say it's helpful. But, oh god, that's overpowered. I can actually get these mines in here.
Oh shit.
They stay in, or if I flip to the side.
No.
Don't, please. They all fell out. That would have been cool. Let me check this just real quick. One more time. confirm that you could actually do something like this. You know, like tank mines, good old fashioned, and bombing in Planetside. I know you used to be able to do this, and then there were some things, and they brought some new mechanics, but now that they have the Valkyries inside, like they do, I believe you probably can. You just need to switch her inside down. And then you have Valkyrie can bomb things, and that's awesome.
Broken hand.
It's just the inside is full of tank bombs instead of like real people right now. But let me actually check the side. Okay. I actually see the tank bombs. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I would have stayed and helped, but I had to run home and deal with...
You actually slide them off, like...
Yeah, but I had a talk with her one-on-one here.
Bah!
No, the social worker here explaining what she's doing and stuff, you know. I just explained to her, I said, I don't badmouth my son's mom in front of my son. That just plays mind games with them. I said, that's not healthy for that kid. I just said, that's totally, you can't do that. And she's doing that to, basically telling Ethan, your mom's this, your mom's that, and blah, blah, blah. And that just fucks a kid up. You know what?
Okay, guys, I gotta go.